What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back once again to discuss ESPN ranking the top 10 college football coaches for the 2024 season. I don't agree with their rankings, but hey, I'm just a fan, so I don't matter. But I'm going to talk about it anyway, and I'm going to start from the bottom, number 10, and work my way to number 1. So, the 10th ranked college football coach for the 2024 season is Ryan Day. And no, I don't agree with it. I think Ryan Day should be ranked higher than number 10. Ryan Day is 39-3 in Big Ten play since he took over at Ohio State. He's 56-8 overall. He done played in a New Year's Six Bowl or the college football playoff every season he done been there. Well, every full season, okay? So, hey, sound like better than the 10th ranked coach to me. All right, he done won back-to-back Big Ten championships in 2019 and 2020. He played for a national championship in 2020 where he led his team to play for a national championship in 2020 against my Alabama Crimson Tide, in which they lost, of course, because it's my Alabama Crimson Tide. But anyway, he done went 11-2 the past 3 seasons. His first season, he went 13-1. All right, so, I mean, what more can you ask for the man? I mean, Jesus, that's a great resume. But the knock on Ryan Day, he done lost to Michigan the past 3 seasons. So, hey, but I don't think you should hold that against him. That's only one team, one game out the season, okay? But you want to hold that against him. That's all fine and dandy. But anyway, also, Ryan Day, his teams have been ranked top 3 in FBS in scoring. They have been ranked top 3 in the FBS in scoring 3 times. They done been ranked top 3 in scoring offense 4 times. But that's the only knock on Ryan Day is he done lost to Michigan the past 3 seasons. So, hey, but anyway, I think Ryan Day should be ranked higher than number 10. All right. At number 9, you got Lance Leipold at Kansas. As a matter of fact, I don't even think he should be on the damn list. Lance Leipold is 54-54 as a damn head coach. 500. But yet, supposedly ESPN have him as the ninth best head coach in 2024. He's been at Kansas for 3 seasons, and he's 17-21 at Kansas. But he's the 9th ranked, or the 9th best coach coming back for 2024. His first season at Kansas, he went 2-10. Second season, 6-7. And last year, he went 9-4. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But what he got going for him, the previous 6 seasons before he got there, Kansas was 9-60. That is freaking terrible. 9-60. And hell, I don't doubt that they on their way back to that, a similar record. I'll just say that. But they went 9-4, and the next 3 seasons, Kansas ain't gonna be worth a damn. I mean, these guys had 1 decent season under Lance Leipold, and you want to say he is the 9th best quarterback? I mean, the 9th best head coach coming back in 2024. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. Dude ain't even batting 500. But he the 9th best coach coming back in 2024. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss. All right. Lane Kiffin, I don't agree with his spot. I think he should be higher than number 8. All right. Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin, he done did something no other head coach at Ole Miss has ever did. Ole Miss never had a 10-win season before Lane Kiffin. And Lane Kiffin the past out of the past, 2 of the past 3 seasons, Lane Kiffin done led Ole Miss to a 10-win season. Something ain't never been done at Ole Miss. But hey, it is what it is. And also, Lane Kiffin and those Ole Miss Rebels, along with my Alabama Crimson Tide, are the only 2 teams in the SEC to average 33 points or more in the past 4 seasons. The only 2 teams. So, yes, I think Lane Kiffin should be ranked higher than number 8. Lane Kiffin, he know how to use the transfer portal. He know how to get the most out of his players. So, yeah, I think he should be ranked higher than number 8. At number 7, we got Steve Sarkisian, which I think Lane Kiffin should be ranked higher than Steve Sarkisian. But nonetheless, this is ESPN's ranking, not old KB's. But Steve Sarkisian, Texas, is ranked number 7. I don't give a damn how many great coaches tutored Steve Sarkisian. And yes, just like Lane Kiffin, Steve Sarkisian is a great offensive mind, a great coordinator. But as of right now, I think Lane Kiffin is a better head coach than Steve Sarkisian. All right, Steve Sarkisian, since he's been at Texas, has only had 1 good season, which was last season. He's been there 3 years. His first 2 seasons, he went 13-12. That is not good at all. Okay? And last season, yes, had a great season. Won the Big 12 championship. Texas haven't won a Big 12 championship in 14 years, and Steve Sarkisian brought them one, took them to the playoffs. Okay? That was a great season. But you look at the totality of it, Steve Sarkisian is not a great head coach. And he's definitely not the 7th best head coach heading into the 2024 season. At least not in my opinion. And he's definitely not a better head coach than Lane Kiffin. Not at this point in time. So, hey, I don't care. Before Steve Sarkisian got to Texas, before Lane Kiffin got to Ole Miss, both of them failed as a head coach. So, hey, it is what it is. As of right now, Lane Kiffin is a better head coach than Steve Sarkisian. But nevertheless, Steve Sarkisian is ranked higher than Lane Kiffin in ESPN's top 10 best coaches coming back for 2024. And I don't agree with that. Lane Kiffin is a better head coach as of right now than Steve Sarkisian. That might change, but who knows? But anyway, Steve Sarkisian, number 7. At number 6, we got Dan Lanning, Oregon. Okay, Dan Lanning got the tutelage of Kirby Smart, all right, as a defensive coordinator. You know, had a great defense at the University of Georgia in 2021. The best defense they ever had. Won a national championship with that defense. Got to give credit to Dan Lanning. All right. Now, Dan Lanning as a head coach, as of right now, he's 22-5 as a head coach. All right. But, like Ryan Day, he got a nemesis. And Dan Lanning nemesis was those Washington Huskers, coached by none other than my current coach, Kalen DeBoer. Dan Lanning could not beat who? Kalen DeBoer. Not one time he couldn't do it. All right. But anyway, Dan Lanning, once again, now Dan Lanning is a great recruiter. I got to give him that. He's a great recruiter. All right. Oregon, right now, I believe, is number 4 in recruiting right now. Got the number 4 recruiting class. But hey, it is what it is. And he had a top recruiting class in 2023. And not a number 1, 2, or whatever. But he had one of the top recruiting class in 2023. But I don't give a damn what kind of recruiting class he had. He could not beat Kalen DeBoer. That's one thing Dan Lanning couldn't do. Do I agree with Dan Lanning being the 6th ranked coach in all of college football? Yeah, I agree with that. I ain't gonna knock Dan Lanning. Dan Lanning is doing great things over there at Oregon. You can't lie about that. He just couldn't seem to get past Oregon. But now Kalen DeBoer is gone, maybe it'll be different. I don't know. Because I don't believe just because you lose your head coach, that another team just going to automatically come in and start beating you. I just don't believe that. It could happen. But I don't believe that they just come in and just start and beat you because your head coach decided to leave or go somewhere else or retire or whatever. Because guess what? You still got a lot of the same players, and the next coach can come in and continue that trend that teams was on. We don't know, but it might happen. Dan Lanning might get past Washington this season. All right, at number 5, Mike Norvell, Florida State. And hell no, I don't think Mike Norvell is the 5th best coach in all of college football. Yes, they had a great season last season. I agree with that. But no way in hell Mike Norvell should be ranked as the 5th best coach in all of college football. Hell, I would put Dan Lanning over Mike Norvell. I would put Lane Kiffin over Mike Norvell. I would put Ryan Day over Mike Norvell. I would put Brian Kelly over Mike Norvell. Yes, I would. But anyway, it is what it is. They talking about how Mike Norvell used the transfer portal. Whoop the fucking do. Everybody used the transfer portal. But he have brought in some great players through the transfer portal. Trey Benson, Jermaine Johnson, Keon Coleman, Jared Verse. Then this year, he took 4 players from Alabama, namely Roydell Williams, the big name on the list. I would have loved for Roydell Williams to stay at Alabama one more year, but he got Roydell Williams from Alabama, backup linebacker Sean Murphy, starting wide receiver Malik Benson, who didn't pan out at Alabama. I don't know how he kept his starting job because he didn't do a damn thing. And then he got Terrence Ferguson, all right, who would have been a great lineman for us, center it is what it is. I would like to see Terrence Ferguson stay too, but Mike Norvell got those guys. Yes, he can use the transfer portal, but everybody uses the damn transfer portal. Lane Kiffin gets some of the best players out the transfer portal. Nick Saban always got some of the best players out the transfer portal, and you see Kalen DeBoer continuing that trend and getting Michigan's defensive back, Keon Saw, USC's defensive back, Damani Jackson. All right, so hey, it is what it is. And he brought his wide receiver over there, Jeremy Bernard, and center Parker Brailsford. Those are some big-time names. So you can't be the 5th best freaking coach because you know how to use the transfer portal and you had one good damn season. But hey, it is what it is. But anyway, as far as Mike Norvell, he got 23 wins over the past 2 seasons. Okay, he had 2 great seasons. But anyway, so hey, it is what it is. You got 23 wins over the past 2 seasons. Hey, what do you got to show for it? Probably not a damn thing. Maybe nothing really. So hey, you didn't make it to the playoffs. Albeit that wasn't Mike Norvell's fault. Injuries kept them out of the playoff. No other team did it. They went undefeated until they got to the bowl game and faced Georgia with their 3rd and 4th string, which everybody knew they was going to lose that game because they starters just didn't want to play. They opted out. But hey, that's not a knock on Mike Norvell, but I don't think Mike Norvell is the 5th best coach coming back in 2024. Hell no. Anyway, at number 4, you got my buddy, the one and only Clemson, Dabo Swinney, baby. Yes, sir, Dabo Swinney. He got a good resume as a head coach. 2 national championships against my Alabama Crimson Tide. At that, look at here. Swinney brought longtime underachiever Clemson back to the national stage and became the very first coach to truly challenge Nick Saban's stronghold on the sport. And that is true. And like I say, he beat him 2 times. for a national championship. He got at Clemson to a national championship in 2016 and 18, the program's first since 1981, while beating Saban's Alabama squad both times. His teams made 4 college football national championship game appearances in 5 seasons. Clemson won the ACC every year from 2015 to 2020 and never finished lower than number 3 in the AP polls. That is a wonderful resume. Dabo Swinney is 170-43 as Clemson's head coach. It says with 8 league titles and 10 division titles. So, hey, he done won the conference 8 times and the division 10 times. He won the Bryant Award as the National Coach of the Year in 2015, 16, and 18. You can't beat that. Should Dabo Swinney be ranked higher than number 4? Hell yeah, because guess who number 3? Kyle Whittingham from Utah. And Kyle Whittingham ain't got a damn thing on Dabo Swinney. Not a damn thing. Anyway, Kyle Whittingham from Utah. All right, Kyle Whittingham. He's been consistent at Utah. All right, even though he's been there for damn near 19 fucking years, but he only got 2 Pac-12 championships out of 19 years, but he consistently have them with a winning record year after year after year. He's only, out of 19 seasons, he's only had 2 losing seasons. That is it. He had an undefeated season in 2008, but that's a long time ago. I ain't going to even add that into it. But anyway, but like I said, he got 2 Pac-12 championships and 8 top 25 finishes. All right. And he's finished in the top 10 6 out of the past 10 seasons. So, but he's no way better than he's no way in hell better than Dabo Swinney. Nope, I don't agree with that. But anyway, moving on to number 2, who do we have? None other than my head coach, Coach Kalen DeBoer of my Alabama Crimson Tide. This guy has did nothing but win wherever he go. And when he was an assistant of any type, he didn't do nothing but improve that offense. Whatever assistant he was, if he was a daggone quarterback coach, he didn't do nothing but improve the quarterback situation. If he was an offense coordinator, he didn't do nothing but improve the offense no matter where he was. And we know what he did at Sioux Falls. But let's talk about my coach, Coach Kalen DeBoer. After starting his career as an assistant at tiny Sioux Falls, his alma mater, DeBoer guided the NAIA Cougars to a 67-3 record with 3 national titles over 5 years. From there, DeBoer went on to take on assistant coaching jobs, during which each school he arrived at experienced near unprecedented success before being named the head coach at Fresno State. Now, Fresno State, he went 12-6 in his 2 seasons there, I believe. And one of those seasons was 2020, the COVID season. But he went 12-6. You might want to knock him for that, but that's okay. That's okay. But then he got the head coach at Washington, where he transformed a team that won 4 games in 2021 to a team that went 25-3 over the next 2 seasons. From a 4-win team in 2021 to 10-2 in 2022 to 12-1 in 2023. Or 13-1, whatever it is, 14-1. He made it to the national championship. No, he ain't made it. Yeah, he made it to the national championship, right? Loser against Michigan. So he went 14-1. 13-1, whatever the fuck it was. They didn't lose but 1 game last season. For him to have a 25-3 record as a Power 5 head coach. his first Power 5 head coaching job. Won a Pac-12 championship. Went on to play in a national championship in his first 2 seasons. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. So hey, that's my coach. That's my coach. You might say, you might want to knock him for coaching at Sioux Falls, for saying he can't come to the SEC and do that. Well, he went to the Pac-12, which is a Power 5, and did it. And won there. And I can guarantee you he going to win in the SEC in his first year. Alabama ain't going to have no drop-off under Coach Kalen DeBoer. Watch what I tell you. And do I agree Coach Kalen DeBoer is the second best coach in college football right now? You might not say, oh, he can't be. Yes, I do. You know why? I was going to give you the reason. Even though he's only been a head coach at the Power 5 level for 2 years. 25-3. Conference championship. Played for a national championship. All right. In his first season, he went 10-2. You can't beat it. How many coaches come into Power 5 with no Power 5 experience and go 10-2 their first season? You done got coaches. You got coaches in Power 5, SEC or whatever. Been at their program, the head coach of their program, probably 6-7 years, and ain't won 10 games yet. So, hey, you damn right I agree. But anyway, we all know who number 1 is, and that's old Kirby Smart of those Georgia Bulldogs. And do I agree Kirby Smart is the best coach in college football today? Yes, only because the great one, Nick Saban, has retired. And that pushed him to the number 1 spot. Because for a long time, Kirby has been the number 2 head coach in all of college football behind only Nick Saban. So yes, I agree. Since Nick Saban retired, he is the best coach in all of college football. But can we knock Kirby Smart for only beating Nick Saban 1 out of 6 times? I wouldn't knock Kirby Smart for that. Because that's only 1 game during the season, albeit it's all more likely than not, it's always a big game, a national championship or SEC championship. But I will knock that on Kirby. Because if you look at Kirby's win percentage at Georgia, he's beaten everybody else except for Alabama under Nick Saban. He's beaten everybody else. Kirby Smart resume is second to none to any coach in college football right now. And it says it. When Nick Saban retired, Smart is unquestionably the preeminent coach in college football. He took his alma mater, Georgia, to back-to-back national championships in 21 and 22 and played for a 3rd championship in 2017, where he damn near won that if it wasn't for a great spectacular play by Tua Tagovailoa and Devontae Smith in overtime. So Kirby Smart almost pulled that one off and would have had 2 national championships over the great one Nick Saban and my Alabama Crimson Tide. But anyway, it didn't happen, so that's neither here nor there. The Bulldogs won an SEC record 29 straight games before losing to who? My Alabama Crimson Tide. Anyway, and that was in a SEC championship game, like I said. In 8 seasons at Georgia, Smart has built a juggernaut in terms of evaluating, recruiting, and developing great players. He produced 55 NFL draft picks, including 15 first-rounders, and could have as many as 10 more players selected in this upcoming draft. Smart is unbeaten against all active coaches over the past 5 seasons. His only losses in that span is to Saban, Dan Mullen, Ed Orgeron, and Will Muschamp. Saban went on to win the national championship. Dan Mullen went on to play for SEC championship, that Florida Gators team in 2020. Ed Orgeron in 2019 went on to win the national championship after beating Georgia in the SEC championship. So the games that Georgia lose, those are big games. And it has Will Muschamp at South Carolina, but that was his first season. So I ain't even counting that shit. Hell, and now Will Muschamp worked for Kirby Smart. So, hey, but it is what it is. The Bulldogs finished 8-5 in Kirby's first season, which was 2016. But since then, Georgia is the only team in the country to finish in the top 7 in the final AP voting every single year. I'm like, hell, that can't be true. Alabama, there's a lie. Alabama finished in the top 7 every year. But you do a little research, you find out different. In 2019, Alabama finished number 8. So that was the only year they didn't finish in the top 7. So that is correct. All right. Kirby Smart Bulldog football team have played for or won an SEC title or national title in 6 of the 7 seasons. That's an excellent resume. So yes, I do agree that Kirby is currently the best college football coach in the game today. No doubt about it. But that's since Nick Saban retired. But anyway, my coach, Kalen DeBoer, going to be on his trail. I can tell you that right now. But if you look at it, if you look at Kirby Smart's first 2 seasons as a head coach and Kalen DeBoer's first 2 seasons as a Power 5 head coach, because guess what? People don't want to count his head coaching record at Sioux Falls. That don't count. That can't translate over to the SEC. They can't. Oh, that's just little old Sioux Falls. So let's just say Kirby's first head coaching job, Power 5 head coaching job. Coach Kalen DeBoer first Power 5 head coaching job. Who got the better record in their first 2 years? That would be Kalen DeBoer. Kalen DeBoer 25-3 in his first 2 years, while Kirby Smart lost 5 games in his first year. And then turned around and lost 2 his second year against Auburn in the regular season and Alabama in the national championship. They turned around and beat Auburn for the SEC championship in 2017, though. But they lost to him in the regular season. So 25-3, and Kirby lost 7 games his first 2 years. So who got the better record? Both of them won a conference championship, and both of them played for a national championship. So who got the better record in their first 2 seasons? Kalen DeBoer or Kirby Smart? That would be Kalen DeBoer, my head coach. But hey, it is what it is. They'll be head to head September 28, 2024. And that'll be settled. And even if Alabama beat Georgia and Bryant-Denny, I would still say Kirby Smart would be the better head coach because of the totality of everything that Kirby has accomplished. It's just my opinion. But there you have it. There you have it. Let's go back over it. At number 10, you had Ohio State's Ryan Day. Number 9, Kansas Jayhawks, Lance Leipold. At number 8, Ole Miss Lane Kiffin. Number 7, Texas, Steve Sarkisian. Number 6, Oregon, Dan Lanning. Number 5, Florida State, Mike Norvell. Number 4, Clemson, Dabo Swinney. Utah, Kyle Whittingham at number 3. Number 2, Alabama, Kalen DeBoer. And at number 1, Georgia Bulldogs, Kirby Smart. And those are ESPN's top 10 college football coaches for 2024. Roll damn Tide.